Alright, what's going on guys? Percy TCG here. I have a quick announcement I want to make. We're creeping up on 500 subscribers. As of recording this, we're at 261. With that being said, I want to give back to the community. I want to hand out a blue starter deck. I believe by that time, we should be able to hit 500 subscribers. To enter, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button. And make sure you leave a comment down on this video. You have to comment on the video. If you do not comment on the video, it will not enter you into the giveaway. Alright, what's going on guys? Percy TCG here. And today we're going to be going over a Fabled Beast deck profile. I know a few people were asking about it. I don't think it's any crazy build. I think it's pretty straightforward to most Fabled Beast builds. There are a couple things I do differently than other players, but for the most part it's the same thing. Make sure you hit that like button if this was informational, subscribe for more content. So let's get right into it. So we got 4 Pentan. Pentan, he reduces the cost of the first magic. He's not color restricted to what magic he's going to reduce. He can become 4K, so he's out of Burning Force range, you know. So I mean, it's a good 2-cost card. He combos well with the God Beast. So, 4 Pentan. Pretty obvious. Then we got 3 Freestall. So, I mean, you could run a 4th one if you really wanted to, but, like, the majority of the time you're getting a draw off the Freestall is when he's getting destroyed himself. The enemy player, your opponent, he's not really going to let you get profit off of the Freestall unless they're in a situation where they kind of have to block or they have to destroy your 2-cost, but majority of the time, you're just swinging him in to die to draw a card. And then we have 4 of the Sword Angel. I like Sword Angel because it's a 2-cost 2 reduction in a deck that loves having 2 costs. Okay, he's a 4K with 4 cores. Just open up with them. I've never had a situation where I'm like, dang, I got a Sword Angel. Unless I needed Ice Shield. But yeah, it's kind of why I run the Sword Angel, you know, free body on the board. Like I said, you could run 4 Freestall, take down a Sword Angel for a Freestall if you really want to, but I like how it is like this. The 4 Pentan, 4 Sword Angel, 3 Freestall. And then we're going to get into the 3 costs. So we got 3 Aravata. Don't run 4 of this. If you run 4 of this, it's just going to be clunky and you're going to have a bunch of Aravatas in your hand when you don't even have 2 costs in the drop. And, you know, it's cool. I mean, you can do some pretty cheeky stuff with the Aravata, like Deadly Balance. Select the Aravata, you know. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but you can do some you know, out of nowhere things with it. Next we have 4 of the Hippocampo. I mean, obvious reasons, he's a Fabled Beast. You can summon him turn 1. You can punish if they attack you on their first turn if they're going second. It's Blessed is just broken. I'm going to be real with you. And then we have 4 of the Arcana Knight Hex. I love this card now. Why? Because it's a 4K at 1 core. Out of Burning Force range already. And then he's 5K at 2, and then 6K at 3. So they'll have to Volcanic Break it. Or they could just core remove it. I mean, his effect is cool. During your attack step, draw a card when your life increases. That's okay. It doesn't happen as much as you think it does unless you just have, you know, a bunch of Hippocampos on the board or your Dual Eagles on the board. But outside of that, you just use him for the stats. He's a stat checker. He'll swing in over things. Doesn't matter. Next up, we have 3 of the Dual Eagle. I say 3 Dual Eagle because I feel like at 4, it feels a little clunky. Like, you could run the 4, like, come off of, like, your Arcana Knight Hex here, or come off of an Aravata. But I think 3 Dual Eagle is good because I want... If you get him an opening hand, you're not summoning him turn 1, right? So, that's kind of what drives me away from it, is because he's a 5 cost. And I feel like playing 3 of him I see him enough. He comes often enough. I don't really have problems with it. And then next we have sorry for the glare, two God Beast Behemoth. Um, he's a good late game card if you're snowballing pretty hard and you just want to deal that last bit of damage to your opponent. God Beast is there for you. He makes 2 costs unblockable, and then he counts the 2 cost only yellow spirit, 2 cost yellow spirits in for his reductions, which is cool. And then next for last spirit, we have Wonderland Alice, 4 of them. Pretty. I've seen this is pretty standard. I've seen 3. I've seen 4. I've seen 2. Um, this card is so good. It's when you attack, if you have a full board of like 5 cards, that's minus 5k to something, which destroys most things in the game. She doesn't die if you have 2 other spirits on board. So like you have her and then like a Dual Eagle and a Arcana Knight. She's like unkillable. So you just keep ramping cores off of that. So that is it for the spirits. So we're just go ahead. It's probably giving some of you anxiety that I'm just doing this. Just gonna mash it, right? Imagine they were all still in order. Anyways. For Nexuses, we got 4 Blessed Cathedral. I love this card. I love opening with this card. I love seeing this card whenever in the game. 4. Good. Very good. And then we have 3 of the Phantasmal Paradise. The reason why I run 3 is because most cards... Okay, yeah, a lot of the cards in the deck are Fabled Beasts, but then you do end up in situations where you don't have a Fabled Beast in your hand. And then you have this on board, and it's like, okay, cool, this is does nothing. Okay. So yeah, that's the reason why I run 3. Then next we have 3 Angelic Pressure. Angelic Pressure is just good for, say they're blocking or something, and you just need to get them down below the BP of your unit. You just Angelic Pressure it, and then your spirit doesn't die. And then next, we got 3 Exhaust Nexus. I mean, most of the time you're getting most of the reductions. You're getting at least 3 or 4 reductions off of this card. You have board wipe potential with it. It could be a free card if you have 2 Pentans on board. Yeah, reducing the field by 3k is pretty damn good. And then next, we have 2 Suppression. Suppression, why 2 Suppression? Because this can still be reduced by the Pentan, and Suppression with this card right here is so good. You go block the first attack, right? Or this is in an ideal situation. You block the first attack, gain a core, and then they swing in again, boom, you Suppression and block, So... Good synergy there with the Suppression and the Alice. Suppression just is good with really any card, giving 3k BP to it. And then last but not least, you have 4 Ice Shields. Sorry for you guys that can't afford Ice Shields. Play like Bloody Rain or don't play Bloody Rain. That's only good in some matchups. But you could play 4 Suppression total and then 2... Like, you could go Angelic Pressure, Exhaust Nexus. I highly recommend playing 4 Suppression in this deck if you don't have Ice Shields. Because, hear me out, because the deck does not have a defense, okay? Your defense is this, the Ice Shields and Suppressions. There are times where you want to go in and you want to, like, overextend, but you can't because you don't have any defensive options, which, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, a deck that's very aggressive and can put on the pressure, its downfall is obviously going to be the defense of the deck. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of the build. Make sure you comment down below to enter into the giveaway. If you do not comment, you will not be entered into the giveaway, just making that clear. And you have to be subscribed. If you're not subscribed, you will also not be entered into the giveaway. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.